because it's almost like you've got to wait for the furore to die down and for certain people to remember that they are your friend after all, and what you're doing isn't as important as their friendship with you. Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now, this is a general reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, whichever area of your chart you want to look at. It's a general reading, so general reading rules apply, as in timing's not absolute, roles within the reading can be reversed. I could be talking about somebody else and I'm meaning you, or I could be talking about you and I'm actually meaning somebody else. If I say you're doing something and you're not doing that something, then maybe someone around you is doing that something. But more importantly, there's a past and a present with this reading. So it either is for you or it isn't. If the past and the present do not fit, don't try and make it fit. Have a look at one of your other readings. Have a look at one of your other signs, moon sign, rising sign, what have you. And then say you or somebody else, because if it's not your reading, it's not your reading. However, one thing I would like you to do is to come to me with a question. I ain't going to know what it is, but take a moment, pause if you have to, just to be aware of all the questions that are around you and pick on one of them. Focus on it, because energy in, energy out. But be aware of all of them, because the cards will answer whatever they want and not what you and I think's important. So please do feel free to press subscribe while you're here. But let me bring the cards up and we can dive into the reading, because to me it looks like you've been in a bit of a forging time recently. There was something where you, in the distant past, took on a huge burden, which more recently you have walked away from, or you've walked away from something because of the lessons that you learned while taking on a huge burden in the past. But I'll get onto that detail more later. But recently, you've walked away from something that took quite an amount of strength and was surging forward with a new beginning. And you was working really, really hard on something, and you were creating magic. You were creating something within your life that this is what I'm wanting to be doing. This is what I feel like I'm supposed to be doing. This is the place that I'm supposed to be in. And then pain. At the moment we have, with this Three of Swords, I'm almost feeling like you are trying to walk away from an old pain. But I wouldn't be surprised if somebody has cut you out or ghosted you, or that you have felt as if you are left out of something, even though the act of being left out of something, I feel, has opened a new door for you. And it's almost as if, say we're putting it into a period drama, someone has gone to this Queen of Swords. They don't want you. Come on. I know where you'll be happy. I know where you'll feel useful. Come with me. So, one door closes, another door opens. That explains, I hadn't looked at the confirmation cards. That explains the feelings I was getting from it. This is creating quite a bit of debate and conflict around you. This is really quite a stormy time, but you're well aware that you have good friends around you and that you are trying to put something into the real world, but you've got to have balance. You've got to know the right time to act. And I feel like at the minute you're going, yeah, I'm balancing things. I'm not going to act just yet. I'm waiting for that precise moment, because it's almost like you've got to wait for the furore to die down and for certain people to remember that they are your friend after all, and what you're doing isn't as important as their friendship with you. But there's a lot of change around you at the moment, but there is a risk of you trapping yourself in old behaviors here. So it's the Devil card. I always like to clarify the Devil card with my Demon Possessed Tarot, because it's almost like after all the effort that you've put in, you don't want this this old pain that came up again recently is a better way to put it. Not this recent pain, this old pain that came up again recently. You don't want that to cripple you. You have the opportunity to finally put it to rest, as we've got here with this Ten of Swords. Yeah, if you do not allow this old pain to cripple you, then you have the chance for a whole rebirth through this, which is something that you've wanted, even though you may feel you have been working towards a rebirth anyway. But that was working towards the rebirth in your day-to-day life, in your practical life, not necessarily so much in your emotional life. I think in your emotional life, you may have just gone, see all this crap, for want of a better word. I'm going to put it in a box and put the box over here, and I'm going to ignore it. And you aren't able to ignore that anymore. But the whole reason some of this conflict is coming up right now, and that this new opportunities that you need to keep your eyes open for, because I feel that you can be slightly blind to these new opportunities if you're not careful, is for you to finally put this particular beastie to rest once and for all. Because the time you're coming into, Ten of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Three of Swords, yes, this is a time, right, this particular Three of Swords, I like this one. It's not the card where I see the Ace of Swords coming right through, but there is that element of Trinity with the I can't remember what you call that particular symbol. But what I'm drawn to on this card is the light of the sun beneath it. It's almost like you need to feel the pain again to get rid, to burn it up. And it is literally burn it away, burn it out, because there is a rebirth on offer. And that rebirth is on offer right now, and the pangs of birth are never easy. So that's why the Three of Swords at the moment. But the dream with what you're... yes. I just want to point out to you, the bottom of the four decks, Four of Pentacles, you protecting what you have at the moment. The Magician coming into power, and the King of Cups, emotional resolution. And we have here, what you're coming into is the fact that your dreams are changing in a really good way, in a way that you feel empowered by. You're not, you're walking away from something, but you're not walking away from half as much as what you feel you may be walking away from. But your dreams are going to be changing as you put some things down and suddenly go, now I'm not bothered by that. I can not only do what I was planning to do, but I can make it in this way and do this as well, which is all part of the same thing. But that's so much more cooking on gas than what I was doing beforehand and what I was planning beforehand. You really come into your own power. And this is the Oracle cards that popped out. I normally do those first, don't I? Autumnal equinox, release. So we're talking about letting go of this old pain. Present power and the rattle, both saying the same thing, coming into your power. That's both of these two decks equivalents of the Magician's card, or with the rattle more a Shaman's card. You're not just coming into your own power and exerting it willy-nilly. You're coming into your own power and exerting it in harmony with the will of the universe, in harmony with nature, in harmony with that which is essential, that which is being true to yourself and your environment. Embracing the future and proceeding softly. Again, you're well aware of the proceeding softly at the moment, which you're doing the right thing with the proceeding softly. You will know when you really need to act, but you need to finally put an end to this pain, this old pain that's come up again recently. And that is going to require focus on yourself, a lot of study, but it gives you the chance to level up. 2 9s. Again, if you watch my readings, 9 is a rebirth number for me. This particular 9 of wands, and the camera's gone again. Let me just see if I can reconnect that. Even while I'm filming. Let's see if it happens. 9s are always about rebirth. 9s are always, there's a lot of study and a lot of preparation here, but you really are concentrating on your own resources and changing who you are, changing your own shape. I may have to just pause for a moment to try and get this other camera working. Bear with me. Well, that took a few more moments than I was expecting. I've lost. Right, we're going into... So you've leveled up. You've got that rebirth, that's it. The 9 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles offering a rebirth. Taking us to the Page of Cups. New direction, new dream. Again, that idea of next level up. 10 of Cups and the Page of Swords. News coming your way and some happiness coming your way. Some sense of achievement. So there is, with what's going on at the minute, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and there is a very good reason. As I say, you're facing whatever this old pain that's come back up again for you to burn it away, get rid. So let's have a look at a potential future. Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, King of Wands. So divine pairing there. Whatever direction you're going to be heading in, it's almost once you achieve this happiness and achieve this emotional balance, that heading that you're going in, the details of it become that much more clearer. And I feel that much more urgent, but you will have plenty of power to move forward to achieve what it is that you're after. We have 5 of Pentacles. Yes, you can't, right. You can't let the grass grow under your feet with this. Once you've got the emotional resolution of dealing with this old pain and the path forward comes clear for you, you don't get time to bask in the sunlight, even though you can enjoy that sunlight. You need to move forward so that you're knowing the right doors to pass through, because there is an element of chaos, of things not looking right for a while. Once you reaffirm, right, here's where I'm going, everything's understandable, and then right, this is going really well, let's just relax a minute. No, don't relax, just keep going. That you can go, you can move along in the sunlight just as much as you can sit down in the sunlight. But if you sit down in the sunlight and spend too long just enjoying it without moving forward, then you will find that it will, how can I put it? You need to keep moving to keep the doors open for you. If you delay, then doors will end up being closed for you. So you need to keep moving forward. I mean, other people are seeing that you've got that forward power. You've been working on something a long time. You're finally gaining some clarity. So whatever this old pain is, as much as you had put it in a box and said, right, I'm leaving that over there, other people have been well aware of how it's been affecting you. But you're worried that all of the plans that you make will avail to nothing, and that you'll end up moving away from them all, and you're not necessarily going to receive that new level, that new news, that new that new level and wisdom for you. You're in the process of receiving it at the moment. It just probably doesn't feel very good at the moment, because we have here in the God cards, Eos, Goddess of the Dawn, representing a new beginning. Lug, skill, representing the ability to navigate that new beginning, but first set with chaos, which is what's brought this old thing up. Let's see what other gods are at play here. You've got solace with bodies of water. Spend time near water, such as a lake, river, or the ocean, to recharge your batteries. This is the period while you're feeling this pain that you can also, while you're processing it, take advantage on recharging your batteries. I know that sounds contradictory, but once you start moving, you will start moving fast. Be guided by your intuition. I think we've covered that in here as well. And putting past that pain. Where's that? Oh, there you go. That Three of Swords. Putting that pain to one side. Accepting whatever the loss was in the past that hurts, and making a loss with this pain gives you the ability to move forward, gives you the ability to love yourself, where I think maybe there's been an element of self-love. Not, let's have a look what the distant past say, because I haven't looked at these. In the past, there was something that you were blind to and committed to, but decisions were made that brought to you by news that made you go, oh, that isn't quite what I was hoping for. That isn't quite what I was after. And you was left alone in a time that seemed initially really quite fertile, really quite abundant, but you was left alone to carry quite a big burden from it. So you had the positive gains and you had the negative gains at the same time. And I think that there was a point where you just went, yeah, no, I've got to move on from here. I've got to find that bit of me that I'm missing. And where I say that bit of me that I'm missing, it's not like there's a hole in your heart or something, but just like there's that sense of, I'm not being everything that I can be, and I'm not feeling everything that I could feel. Right, let's have a look at the other oracle cards. The Angel of Discernment. Through the grace of the divine, I am able to know the right path. Well, we've discussed about listening to your intuition. What do you need to release? We've discussed that. And again, discernment. So there is an element of dissecting this pain and understanding which bits have actually been useful for you and which bits are now holding you back. If you've learned a lesson, then you've learned the lesson. You don't need to keep carrying the pain. Wisdom, intention on moving forward. Again, like I say, you are coming into your own power on this spread. In times of darkness, I go within. My inner light is always on. So again, that focusing on the self-love, focusing on that. Where was that Hermit card? This is the end of a process that you probably started a long time ago, when you first moved away from that time where things were great, honest, but there was so much of a burden on you that you went, no, I've got to let a few things go here. But you are taking a leadership role as you are coming into your own power. Don't dim to fit in. And this is a period of healing for you. Again, clearance, be the light, passion. There's a lot of passion, as in passion for doing something, passion for moving forward. Now, as I say, once that passion is ignited in you, which is soon, don't slow down. Keep going. The time to slow down will come apparent. You're still waiting for the time to speed up at the moment, but you're going through some work. But once that starts going whoosh, keep going whoosh for a good time. Your discernment, your intuition will let you know what time you can then slow down again, because you are Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, clarified by the Two of Cups and the Two of Cups. So there is definitely a unity coming here, possibly relationship love thing, but I'm more feeling like it's bringing together your sun and your rising, who you are and who you can be, coming together to step forward in a sense of personal power. This is a really, really nice reading. And I've read all the cards. So Any second now, up this side, you will see your Leo playlist turn up and your waxing moon reading, if I've got it right, because your next reading is your full moon reading. Yeah, so it'll be your waxing moon reading that will pop up in the little square thing. Please press subscribe. Comment down below if this means anything to you, because it sounds like a hard but good situation. And I don't think you're going to see the good in it at the point that this reading is actually useful, but the good is coming. This is a healing opportunity. Trust me on this. Okay, that's it. Cheers.